Dave, a 2-0 win here, a great win against a very good side. Give us your overall assessment of this evening.
Obviously, really delighted to win. Again, maybe being a bit harsh, probably another one of them games that you have to win in order to be a successful team. On a, like I say, cold, tough night, pitch in great condition. The two teams that want to play, I think two teams that, again, similar to probably Sutton really, we focused a lot on how we could stop them. We want to try and be on the front foot, we want to try and press, and in order to do that you've got to be good at it, otherwise you'll get picked off, like I say, against a good side. So to I suppose grind out another win, get ourselves in front, manage the game really well, and get another clean sheet is massively important, and we're obviously delighted.
When we look back when the team sheet came out, obviously Featherstone injured, Holohan suspended, White just came in, just gave him a pat on the back there, 70 minutes, and a good debut for him as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We've brought Tom in to play, but we have to be careful with him. He's not played football in a long time. He's not had a lot of training. We played a practice match, if you like, on Saturday because we obviously missed out on playing a game. And we need to be careful with him. We've spoken to Blackburn, we know where he's at physically. It'll be a big ask for him to play, but we've got a schedule that's going to be hard and it's going to get him back into football. Missing the players we missed, like I say, tonight is the first time we've been without Feds. And I spoke to the players beforehand. Really, we were a little bit tentative in the warm up, and people don't realise we have big players missing tonight that are not just got good ability, but their character and their personality is etched upon what our team is. And certainly with Feds, he's massively important to us because of that, not just his quality, his standards, his demands of others, and people need us to step up tonight. And that was something the last thing we spoke about before we went out. Can we, or can everybody step up and be a team out there that has the personality and the character to go and do what's required to win a game? And they showed that really well.
Talk about stepping up, it seemed like, and we use the word a lot, it seemed like such a professional performance, and the game plans seemed to be carried out so well, and so many individuals had such a great game. We mentioned on commentary, Lewis Cass was fantastic, and just that switch of role for Johnson and Odyssey, and Johnson obviously selected as captain as well.
Yeah, we went there earlier in the season and wanted to press, and we did that really well. Unfortunately, a refereeing decision cost us the opportunity to go on and win the game. So tonight was similar. We wanted to go and stop them playing from the back, which means at times you need to leave yourself 3v3. So to put Cass and Timmy as we did down there as the wider ones at the centre backs meant that Jono was comfortably up against whether it was going to be Rooney who played or Hudlin, and Cass and Timmy were going to be against Sabara and Ward as they were, and I suppose we're going to be able to use their pace to allow us to be high on the pitch. In terms of selecting a captain, a tough one, because I think amongst the players we have, when we've got, like I say, players missing as we did tonight, a lot of experienced ones aren't involved. There's not someone within the squad that's been at the club a massive amount of time, and if I'm honest, there isn't really a natural leader within them. So that's why I said before the game it was important that everybody stepped up and everyone did their bit, and I suppose they were further encouraged by the fact you get yourself in front, and all of a sudden you get yourself in front against a team that potentially can get in and around you if they win the games in hand. It gives you a real boost, puts us to a really good position in the league. We've kicked off early, we can see what other results happen, and look forward to the weekend now.
We'll talk about the top two strikers as well. They're ever present, but tonight they were just relentless and really, being at the front of that press. And Armstrong gets himself another goal as well.
Yeah, he's been in a bit of a drought, hasn't he? He's not scored for a couple of games, so they, like I say, bounce off each other really well. We've just been chatting about it in there. Luke needs probably not someone to make clever runs and clever link. He needs chaos. He needs people being under pressure, and Oatsy provides that. And the one thing you guarantee, listen, I don't think they were brilliant today in terms of technically you look, but they're brilliant in terms of the pressure they put on at the front end of the pitch to make people uncomfortable. We wanted to press. We picked our press. We win the ball. Maybe not with the first one, but the second one, and Luke gets his goal from it. All of a sudden, that gives you something to hang on to. With the systems the way they were, they wanted to press against us, so it was never going to be an open, pretty game. It was never going to be, oh, we're going to allow you to play, and they were certainly not going to do that to us. So it was about grinding out a win, and like I say, we've done that with a good goal in the first one through our press, and then obviously a good goal from a set piece. I thought our set piece delivery was fantastic, and before we scored we had opportunities in the first couple of corners and a first free kick, which is obviously really, really pleasing, especially against the team with the sort of the size that Solihull have back there defensively.
Just talking about our goals, obviously the first one came from the press, but the second goal, were you thinking when you saw over there, go on, have a goal?
I think from that area, what we've been guilty of before is being a bit tentative. What you want to do is commit to what you're trying to do, and from that area, for me, you try and waz it in as hard as you can and put it on target. And if you put it in as hard as you can and it misses everybody and goes in, then great. If you've got to make the opposition defend, and whether Fergie's meant to shoot, I don't know, but it doesn't matter. You're putting the ball in an area, and if it misses everyone and goes in, then perfect. And it's done that, and made things more comfortable for us in the second half.
Just finally, that's now 6 unbeaten here at the Vic, and we usually say with the fans it makes us a forest green. Without the fans, it's becoming a ground where we're just really enjoying it. We look like we really enjoy playing.
Yeah, we said we needed to make this, when I first came to the club, a tough place to come. It can be a tough place to come, like I say, with supporters in the ground, but our run from the back end of last year has been really, really good, to be fair. And we struggled a little bit at the start of the season, probably because we gained a little bit of respect from the back end of the previous season in terms of the results we had here against Notts Counties and Stockports and teams that, and teams early on in the season came here. I suppose it had that little bit of fear factor back about it, the place, and we'd earned that, and teams made it difficult, and we didn't get the results we wanted, and once things aren't going your way and you haven't got the supporters in here to sort of try and pick you up, it can become difficult. We're on a decent run. We want to make it a tough place to come, and when that does happen, as it is at the moment, if teams come and do something different, then it's about finding a way. We're at a part of the season where there's lots of games. The pitch is in great nick, but it's a difficult pitch. Don't get me wrong. It's a little bit bumpy. It's obviously a little bit frosty now. It's a cold night, and sometimes you can't always play how you want to play, but it's about getting results. We know that, again, regardless of the Dover game being called off, the pitch is not in great nick. We know that, again, everyone's having the problems at the moment in terms of the weather, so you have to be different in terms of how you play. You have to play the conditions a little bit more. It's not something that we really want to do, but we know that we have to do it in terms of getting results. And again, once you do get results, you're reinforced by the fact you get 3 points to be able to allow yourself to go and do it again and again and keep repeating it. And like I say, we've done that brilliantly.
Just quickly, just about the pitch. I know you were out here yourself this morning helping clear the snow. And the before after pictures are fantastic, but it just shows the love for the club that all these groundsmen, staff and volunteers have.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to play. We want to play football. I think, like I say, at the moment, I've said to you before, we're very lucky to be able to go and do what we enjoy doing. And I know certainly for the fellas that are here doing the work through the required work through the week, the highlight is us playing a game and then being able to whether it be stand behind the goal here and shout and scream and they get an enjoyment from that. So it always takes a big effort. Like I say, you'd say it was pretty easy getting covers on it. I know this morning, from being here from early, we got a couple of covers off, and then the heavens opened, and within an hour you were back to square one, and you're then having to remove all the snow again and get the covers on. I was thankful that I had a meeting, and by the time I come out of a meeting, the pitch was green, which is, like I say, credit to everyone else that was here. And listen, we want we want to move forward. You see Dave out on the pitch now because I moan at him because it's going to go frosty and we want to keep the pitch as best we can. But it's about doing what's needed, everyone doing their bit in order to, like I say, hopefully have a successful team and a successful club.
Dave, thanks very much.
Thank you.